Hey guys, it's Caden from Out of Ammo here. If you don't know, I own the company. I build custom high capa pistols. Anyways, let's get right into this. What I am working on right now is a customer build for Julian. Julian, if you're seeing this is for you. Probably watch the video if you want to see how I made it. Right now, what we have, we're using a clone TM high capa, because we're going a little bit more on a budget and we're replacing almost all of the internal parts. So in theory, it shouldn't matter what the internal parts are because they're all going to be upgraded. You got a 28 round high capa magazine. We'll check on that, put some lube in there to make sure it's good. And then this is the stock pistol that we're going to be doing. This is the stock pistol that we're going to be doing all the work on. Now you can see it's just standard high capa. Pistol comes with a cleaning rod. I'll keep that in there. And there should be a speed loader in here. That'll be in there too for you, Julian. Now, anyways, I'm just going to put this down. I'm going to go over all the parts that's going to be in the build included. Now, as everything was coming, I was putting it in Ziploc bags so I can keep track of it. Right now, what we got is a custom stippled grip from AIP. It's got a nice texture. Best part is for me, when installing this, I don't have to replace all the parts in here, the hammer spring and whatnot. So that makes it a whole lot easier for me in the future. We've also got screws, grip screws, 2 on each side, both in black. We've got a competition magazine release, and nice enough that they include the screw that goes through here to the frame. And that's great because most of the screws that come on the gun stock are not necessarily bad quality, but they're made of pot metal, and they can easily get worn down, so you lose your grip. Now we've got a Edge Airsoft Masterpiece trigger right here. It's an anodized blue color. It's all metal, and it's a adjustable trigger, so you can adjust the trigger pull with a little Allen screw in there. I'll fine tune that. He wanted a light trigger pull pistol, so that's what we're gonna do. These I had in stock with me. 3 set buckings. We're gonna put in the red one, which is the 60-degree bucking. Each one is depending on the degrees. I sent him a message asking what type of weight BB he was going to use, and he said 2.0s, possibly 2.5. So we're going to use the red, which is the 60-degree. That's what I recommend for all stock pistols when you're upgrading them. We've got a 2-piece guide rod right here, and this guide rod is Airsoft Masterpiece. I've never had one of these break on me. Great quality. I'll be using screw glue on all the screw parts. Make sure they don't come undone. I've never had one of these break on me, like I said before. Great quality. They got a nice weight to it. We've also got a Dynamic Precision. I believe this is either a 120 or a 125. 125 nozzle spring. Great quality. I love that brand. We got a Cow lightweight blowback unit. For the lightweight blowback units, I always use Cow or Airsoft Masterpiece. Those are generally the best 2 brands for blowback units. Now, they come with a pre-installed O-ring, and they also have 2 spare O-rings that you can see. I'll include these as well in a little baggie, probably this one. So if the O-ring gets cut or it dries out from bad maintenance, I'll say this one time. Your high capa pistols, they're only as good as you maintain them. Let's say you have a Lamborghini and you get the bad quality gas. You get diesel gas or you get whatever 80 something. The car's not going to perform well. It's going to break down. You got to lube up your pistol. I'd say after every game, clean it. Make sure your barrel with the barrel cleaner that's going to be in the pistol, make sure that's all clean on the inside because that'll affect your accuracy. You don't want any dirt or anything getting in there. We've got a 5KU charging handle. You wanted a charging handle specifically. Got the silver one to match with the color scheme going on. Right here we got Maple Leaf Type bore barrel. It is the Crazy Jet one. Great quality. These will upgrade your FPS by a lot. Accuracy, because they're Type bore, less room for the BB to move around. We've also got these Airsoft Masterpiece short strokes. We're going to short stroke this pistol to the max. We want it fast. That's why we're also going with a 3D printed slide from Tab Airsoft. Got it Cerakoted in the blue raspberry color. It just arrived today, so it looks great. A little bit dirty right here, but I'll clean that up. Otherwise, I really like the design. These are extremely light. I got a scale right here. Let me see how much it weighs. These weigh 26 grams. Almost nothing. It feels like air, really. Oh, also forgot, I'll weigh the blowback unit for you guys. Just so you can see. I love the cow ones. They're super light. I think they weigh 18 grams. Yeah, 18 grams. Beautiful thing. Right here we've also got an AIP reinforced nozzle. Particularly, my favorite nozzle. They perform the best in my opinion. AIP previously, about a year ago, had a bad quality set of nozzles. They broke down really easily. But ever since then, they're doing a great job. Performance is on par. We've also got another AIP product. This is the AIP sear spring. A little bit stronger, more durable, less likely to bend. These sear springs, if you don't want to bend them, they're really important to not mess up at all. And the sear spring goes right in the back of the grip right here. I've also got I'm including this, it's on me, 125 recoil spring. It's for free. I had a spare one, wasn't going to use it in a build, so I'm including it for free. And I usually include a free product or something, a cheap little thing. Flared magazine well, this goes on the grip, makes it look a little bit nicer. That's it for all the parts. I guess we could start doing the build now. Alright, so starting with the pistol, and the first part to this video series, I guess, we're gonna do the upper. Second part, we're gonna do the lower, disassembling it, putting all the upgraded stuff and whatnot. Now, to take off your slide for high capa, I'm just gonna show this once. You pull it back. There's two grooves right here. One groove is the slide catch, the very farthest one. That's what holds the pistol back. When you push down on the release, it shoots the pistol slide forward. And then the previous one right here is the slide release, or the, I don't know what it's called, forgot. Anyways, you line that up, and then on the back right here, you push the pin through, and you get your magazine release out. Now, after that, let go carefully, because your recoil spring is going to want to push it back. Slide it out. There you go. Now you got your upper disassembled from your lower. Now, to take this apart, we're gonna grab in this motion right here. I'll do it again one more time. You're gonna wanna grab the guide rod plug, which is connected to the guide rod spring and the guide rod itself, or sorry, the recoil spring and the guide rod, and you want to compress it all together in one motion and pull it out in a backwards sort of motion. I'll do this again. Alright, see with your fingernail, there's a groove right here. Pull on it to pull this out. 2 fingers, like this. And there you go. Next, you're going to want to take out your barrel, your outer barrel and your inner barrel from the slide. You're going to combine them together. It'll want to be separated. Combine it together and push it out. I'm sure most of you guys already know this, but I'm just showing you all. Now you've got your barrel assembly right here. We'll just work on this part for right now. So first thing we're going to do, piece of hair. We're going to put in the new spring along with the guide rod right here. Like that, boom, boom. My bad. Forgot we're also short stroking this with these Airsoft Masterpiece short stroke kit. There we go. So what I like to do, just gonna short stroke it to the max. So I think we're gonna go, let's go, do we have enough? We can go, yeah, that's good. So buffer right here along with all of the washers. I'm gonna put this through for the, on top of the guide rod. Oh, a little bit tight to get there. So you got all the short strokes on there. You want to make sure it's aligned. There's a groove so it can fit into the outer barrel snugly. That's what I like about the Airsoft Masterpiece short strokes. You get them all aligned, put that down. The guide rod plug and the recoil spring, put that all together. Want to keep all your parts together so you don't lose them and they roll away. This is all the spare parts. Just put these to the side. Now, right here we've got the barrel assembly. The first step to taking out the barrel, it'll be sort of locked in place depending on your hop-up assembly. Some of them will have a piece right here. Others you'll have to push to the left and out. This one you can't push to the left. It's locked in there. So there's actually a little screw right here with the metal piece. And we're gonna unscrew that. Got a plastic baggie over here with a ton of tools and whatnot for me. Got Allen keys. We'll probably be needing to use this later. And one of your most important tools, your screwdriver. Got a Phillips head right here with the pointy tip. It's gonna be a little bit hard since this is a small screw. Just gonna unscrew it. Carefully to not lose the screw. And keep it in this section. You want to make sure it's in this upright position. There'll be a little knob, and this is actually where the, put this down. This is where the slide catch actually goes through to keep, oh, other way. This is where it goes through to keep it from sliding out, I guess you'd say. Keeps the barrel locked in, and it goes right through the pistol. So anyways, you want to make sure this groove is right here, matching up with the hole in here. Otherwise, you won't be able to put your slide catch back in. Now you can take out your barrel assembly. This barrel is actually pretty dirty. Brand new, never been shot really. Outer barrel, keeping this. By the way, if you want, you can upgrade your outer barrel to fixed outer barrel. That way it doesn't move around as much. A little bit more consistent with your shots that way. Now flip this over, there's going to be 2 screws on your hop-up assembly. You can unscrew both of those. Put the screw to the side. Sort of long screws, huh? Sitting here with an awkward silence. So once you get those screws, your hop-up assembly should just be able to front and back carefully where they're connected. Pull it out. This is the top. All the components should be inside right here. I accidentally lifted it up. Anyways, this is the front of the hop-up assembly. Now, taking out this small piece right here, which is actually used to adjust your hop, you got your, let me lower this better. You got your barrel and your bucking. We're going to be replacing both of these two parts with upgraded parts. So, the barrel right here, maple leaf inner barrel. These things are always hard to get off. Pain. So this is upgraded barrel. It's 6.03, I think, type bore, along with our cow buckings. We're gonna put in the red one, the 60 degree. He's not being charged for all three. He's being charged a third of the price that it costs for this, obviously because you're only paying for one bucking. Now this bucking goes on. Line it up like so, like that. There's a groove on the inside of the bucking. There you go. Should be good. Just put this back in the inner barrel now. And just make sure I put this in right. Yep, all good. I was right to start with. You can never be too safe with checking how you put in all your parts. Otherwise, something malfunctions, you could break something or whatnot. Let's see. Put that in, line it all up. Put this in. Make sure your wheel right here moves back and forth. It's to adjust your bucking or your hop. I'm bad with my terms. Put your lid back on. Then we'll screw everything all back together. A little bit tedious. Worth it though. Great upgrade. I totally recommend all of these parts. Oops. Missed it. Another upgrade we could have done is the Airsoft Masterpiece hop-up unit, which is this black piece right here, this whole black section. You'll upgrade it with the brass one. A little bit more durable. It's not that big of an upgrade though, not necessary really. Alright, now we got our hop-up assembly. Just put this back into the barrel with our last piece, locking it in. Very careful to line it up. There you go. sure it moves back and forth. That's kind of necessary. There you go. That's so far one part down, I guess. Or 2 parts down because we've got our guide rod assembly done as well. So those 2 are done. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put in the charging handle base right here. See that? Just going to make sure. Push this down a little bit just to make sure it fits properly in there. Because otherwise I might have to do some fitment on here. So from what I can see that's going on right now, since the slide got Cerakoted, it's adding another layer to the slide itself, making it a little bit thicker. So when I try putting this piece on right here, it's not wanting to fit very good, and that is the result. If I don't get it right now, maybe with my luck sort of thing. See, it fits flush great right here, but it doesn't want to be pushed inwards because right here where it actually goes through, it's a little bit too thick. So I might have to do some fitment on there. I'm going to play around with this a little bit and I'll get back to you guys once that happens. So right here, let's see this the best way I can. Right here it's a little bit too thick on the left side, so that's not letting me slide it in place. Anyways, I'll just get back to that part at the end of the build. Put the blowback unit back in. That's a tongue twister. There we go. So flip this over, and next part is putting in our, oh please tell me this one isn't gonna be, oh that's a perfect fit. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so this one isn't gonna fit inside through here. So what we're gonna do instead is, if it'll come off, we are going to put the spring on, guide plug, and there. That was a satisfying fit. And this spring system right here all goes in. This is the hard part, compressing the spring. Once you get it where you want it to be in place behind there, you're gonna get the second part to the guide rod. That's why you want a 2-piece guide rod if you're gonna be putting short stroke buffers on your pistol, and then screwing it in place. I'll put screw glue on this for the finished product, or not, depending on whatever he'd like. I'll message him. There you go. Looks sick so far. And then, just as an example, let's see if this is, ooh, hear that? It's great fitment on here. see. Now you want it to be tight. There's a difference between a good tight. Yeah, too tight right here. So this Cerakote layer is doing a number on the inside. You can hear it getting caught right about here. Right about here as it's going through. You can also see being pushed a little bit like this out of place. Doesn't want to do that. Don't make it do that. Let's try this one more time to see the fitment. That could also be because the blowback unit isn't screwed in place. We'll do that first. This blowback unit screw is being very finicky right now. There you go. So we're just gonna screw this in place. There we go. Once we got it threaded through, just screw that in. Totally didn't drop it right there. Alright, so now that we've done that, try the fitment one more time on the lower. If it doesn't fit very good, I'm not gonna push it. If it doesn't fit very good, we're not gonna push it at all. We're just gonna try it out. Yeah. See, it's getting caught and it's pushing slide forward. We don't want that to happen. Let's take a look one more time. There we go. Now we got it going. That's a satisfying sound right there. Just rack it. Beautiful. So, actually, just see this. Okay. What was happening was, right here, it was getting caught a little bit, and it was being pushed, right here, the guide rod was being pushed out a little bit. So, that could just possibly be me doing that. It's a nice tight fit, which is good. Okay. There we go. Got this going. I'm gonna put the slide. See, we also short stroked it to the very maximum, which will keep your speed up. Sadly, when short stroking to the maximum, you lose the function of pushing your slide catch release, but that's definitely worth it in the long run. So I'm gonna end it right here. I'll work on this the next day, tomorrow morning.